the Columbia City Ballet, the premier professional ballet company in the Southeast, in our back door. And we are proud again to have Artistic Director William Starrett here as he will tell us about the next performance, which is Beauty and the Beast, coming up at the Koko Center for the Arts on Saturday, March 18th. Welcome back.
Koko, it's always great to see you.
Yes.
Good morning.
Woo, you guys have been so busy.
Crazy busy. We are on a 7-city tour of Beauty and the Beast, and we're also doing our college performances. We were at Claflin University and Morris College, and we do our mixed repertoire, a little bit of all of our different highlights from all of our different ballets that we're doing. And we're also doing a world premiere of Goldilocks and the Three Bs, which is completely sold out already. Bach, Beethoven, and Beyonce. So those are the three bears, Bach, Beethoven, and Beyonce. And the teachers are loving it because they learn all the different musical genres. Mm-hmm. And the story dictates that the children are learning about consequences.
Right.
So the teachers are really embracing that. And then we're performing the full-length Swan Lake in Kiowa next Tuesday. And so we have all these ballets in the mix. But what we're excited about is getting home to Columbia and showing them this brand spanking new mega epic production of Beauty and the Beast.
Woo! Yes. Now, I noticed that the movie is coming out around the same time that your production or your performance. Now, is there any correlation here?
Yes, Koko. I purposely planned that because I want to share with you when I first created Beauty and the Beast. You know, Beauty and the Beast is not a classic ballet. It does not exist. I just made it up. And I knew that Beauty and the Beast was the beloved fairy tale of this generation of children today. They just love it. It's one of their very favorite. And a great deal because of Disney. And so at first I thought, well, it's just a Disney-owned product. It was manufactured. But no, it's an old story. It's an old French story that was first done in the 1700s. And so I went back to the roots. I went back to what Disney had done and researched the story. It became very famous in 1777. And it was first well known as an opera. And it was really performed and became really embraced and kind of learned about as an opera for many, many years. And so in 1991, I thought, well, there should be a ballet. It's a fantastic story for a ballet. It just resonates as a ballet so well, and I couldn't figure out why it hasn't been done. And part of the challenge is there's no music. Mm-hmm. And so my good friend at the time, Thomas Szymanski, who has since passed, he was the buddy, childhood friend of the assistant conductor of the Philharmonic at that time. And I was in New York, and the assistant conductor organized that we would meet, and his name was Tom Szymanski. And so he's the one that created the Dracula ballet for me.
Okay.
And then he created the Beauty and the Beast. And in 1991, it sold out completely. The first show we had done on Thursday night, there was not one single ticket for Friday or any of the two shows on Saturday at the Koko Center. And the press, the media, people like yourselves got so excited and so supportive of it. We added a production on Sunday, and we sold another 1,200 tickets on Sunday.
Wow.
Because we were breaking people's hearts. 1,200 people were turned away. And so it was a huge success at 1991, 1992. And we broke all the box office ticket sale records for the Koko Center for a spring production at that time. And so now I just read and I learned that the Disney Corporation was going to make it a full-length movie with actors. Mm-hmm. And so that just re-inspired me to re-look at the story. And it turned out to be a beautiful ballet. But, you know, Koko, I felt that the music at that time, it was on synthesizer. And in the 90s, synthesized music was really hot and new. And
okay.
It kind of works for Dracula, parts of it, because it's very organ, and it sounds like an organ, you know, da-da-da-da, and it's kind of scary, like a Halloween thing. But for Beauty and the Beast, I just felt it was kind of dated, and it wasn't up with the times, and it kind of as slick and exciting as the Columbia City Ballet is today. And so you've really got to keep the art form fresh and on the cutting edge, or it will die. It will not continue. And so I wanted to relook at the music and make epic symphonic music. So I've been researching for like a year and a half on how the music, I have to find music that denotes the action of the story. And so I have to listen to find music that sounds like the first time Beauty sees the Beast,
Mm-hmm.
and the first time they dance together. And music when the father finds out that his ships were lost at sea. And so some of the differences between the original story and the Disney movie that we're familiar with are basically two. That the father was not an inventor. In the original story, the father was a shipping merchant, a shipping tycoon. And his ships were lost at sea in a terrible storm, and so he lost all of his wealth. And so that's why he and his daughters are more humble and more simple, and they moved to their farmhouse, to their country house. And the other difference is that when the Beast was turned into a monster and the whole court turned into, they were under the spell, in the original version, they're what we call whispers. They were like turned into mist or vapor or like fog. And I love that part because I could see in my mind how the dancers could so easily become the mist and fog and kind of look ghostly. And so I thought it was a little bit kid-like and juvenile for a professional ballet company to be dancing candlesticks and stuff like that. It was okay for children and for Broadway and things like that. But for a sophisticated ballet, it kind of wasn't resonating with me. And so I love just the original feeling of like ghosts, and I can make beautiful movements. And we have real fog on the stage, and they come through the mist, and it's really, really, really beautiful. And so those are really the only two differences between the movie and what all the children and everything are expecting and the ballet.
All right. Now tell us about the cast that will be performing.
So the cast, I have all the professional dancers, an incredible cast. We have about 80 local children that auditioned from 24 different dancing schools throughout the city, which we're very proud of that. And they've been rehearsing since Christmas for Beauty and the Beast. And the children are in children-appropriate roles. I love the energy of the children. But the children are really dancing like in a peasant scene, and they're kind of help me as narrators in the days of the week. So what I did, Koko, is, the Beast says, for those who aren't that familiar with the story, the daughter Beauty, who is living with the Beast, has a terrible nightmare that she has a premonition that her father is really ill, really sick. And so she begs the Beast, can I please just go home back to my father just one time, and I promise I'll come back and just visit and make sure my father's okay, because I've got this premonition that he's really, really dying and he's sick. And so the Beast doesn't want to, but he says, yes, I will let you go. But if you do not come back in 7 days, I will die of a broken heart. And we're all familiar with that, and the petals drop.
Right.
And that's in the ballet. But what I did to mark the 7 days is I went back to that wonderful poem that Monday's child is fair of face, Tuesday's child is full of grace, Wednesday's child is full of woe, Thursday's child has far to go. So every child of the days of the week dances a solo as the times are passing.
Oh, wow.
And so that's a beautiful part to the ballet, and it can actually stand on its own as a beautiful, beautiful part of the ballet.
And we said it is Saturday, March 18th. You have 2 performances.
Yes, normally we have 3, but because of our tight touring schedule, we're only able to perform 2 times in Columbia, and they're both on the 18th. So we're a little worried that we're going to sell out both
I believe
shows.
You will sell out, definitely.
So on the 18th, it's at 3 o'clock, and then again the 18th, Saturday, at 7:30. And that's a lot of people are going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day that day, which is terrific. That's fine. So just wear your green and come on down to the theater. Why not?
All right.
And for tickets, you can go online at the Koko Center for the Arts.com or 251-2222 and get your tickets. I am advising everyone to please get their tickets early because there's nothing worse than a broken heart when your child can't get in or when the family can't go as a unit. It's absolutely perfect for the entire family, kids of every age from 9 to 90. And we want everyone to experience. The last time we did Beauty and the Beast, the state newspaper said it was a fairy tale magic fills the stage, and they said it was wonderful choreography that's spinning magic.
Wow.
So we have a lot of special effects that are new.
There.
Yeah,
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful. And every city we've been to have been just so warm and welcoming and fantastic audiences. And, of course, we love the most performing in Columbia where we have the greatest audience, and they're so appreciative.
We're just about out of time, and we're going to have you back on because you guys have so much going on.
Yes, the next ballet, Koko, is Emmanuel, Love is the Answer.
Yes, and we're going to have to talk about that one.
Yes,
so you're going to have to come back.
That's in early April, so I would love to come back come back. I always love getting to see you, Koko.
My pleasure. Love seeing you too. Again, Artistic Director of the Columbia City Ballet, William Starrett. Beauty and the Beast, Koger Center for the Arts, Saturday, March 18th, 3 and 7:30. William, thank you so much.
Thank you.